It's Halloween. Now, are you running a Halloween adventure this week? Well, then you need great place descriptions. This is something almost all DMs can improve upon, although I'll especially call out myself and fellow VTT DMs who use pretty maps. Those pretty maps make us forget that there's a lot more to a room than just the floor and some furniture, but this is something that all DMs can work on. This is the VTT DM channel, and I am JW, the VTT DM. And before we jump into this week's topic, my daughter needs a shout out because she inspired this topic by saying I should talk about haunted houses for a Halloween video. Another trigger for this topic is that I'm running the original first edition D&D adventure I6 Ravenloft for Halloween. I'm using ShadowDark for the rules as per the wonderful guides from Mike Shea, aka Sly Flourish, over on his YouTube, blog, and Patreon. The links to his videos and blog pieces are in the description below. I also have a link to the I6 adventure at DM's Guild in case you want it for next year. Anyway, I'm using the official non-isometric maps from the Roll20 version of Curse of Strahd, and those maps are quite nice. It would have been easy for me to just let the players discover what the rooms look like just from those maps. However, I decided to read from the boxed text in the module, and you know what? It's great! Which makes sense because it's written by Tracy and Laura Hickman, who are legendary game designers and writers for D&D back in the TSR days. In fact, Tracy then went on to write, along with Margaret Weiss, the first Dragonlance books. So great stuff. And here is an example of from the description of K8, the Great Entry into Castle Ravenloft. Cobwebs hang from dust-covered columns of this great hall, illuminated by torches fluttering in iron sconces. The dust and webs cast strange, moving shadows across the faces of stone gargoyles squatting motionlessly on the rim of the domed ceiling. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by centuries of decay. 2 doors of bronze stand closed to the east. To the north, a wide staircase climbs into darkness. All the while, sad and majestic organ tones float about you from a lit hallway to the south. That's just juicy, juicy stuff. See how that helps make all of this extra spooky? Let's break it down. What makes up good place descriptions? Yes, they're informative. They're not just room dimensions, especially in VTTs. They call attention to important details and objects that characters should be aware of. They should convey sensory information. What colors do they see? Do things look wet or dry? What about cobwebs? Are the stones dark or are they light? What textures do they see? Are the stones as smooth as glass? What temperature is the air? Can they see their breath? Are they touching something? What does it feel like? And are there distinctive smells in there? When possible, pick 2 or 3 of the 5 senses to describe the place. Use 1 to 3 adjectives or adverbs for each bit, such as in that Ravenloft text. Cracked and faded ceiling frescoes are covered by centuries of decay. 2 adjectives. Despite all this, be as brief as you can. Now, granted, that great entry description isn't the shortest, but there's a lot to put in there. This is very important. Don't use 12 compound sentences when 3 simple sentences will do. A great example of this comes from the description of K14, the Hall of Faith. Back into my book. This long, dusty hall leads eastward into the dark heart of Ravenloft. Statues line the hallway on both sides, their eyes seeming to watch you as you pass. What are more adjectives? For the hall in the heart of Ravenloft? Yes. But maybe not for the statues? But that's made up for by the statue's eyes being described as seeming to watch you. Now, how much time do you spend on place description prep? This is up to personal preference and time. I just get an idea or visual in my head and improv the description when it comes up, for homebrew, of course. Others like to write out their box text. That's a little too time intensive for me, a guy who probably overpreps everything else, but I know it's essential for some people to do. My suggestion would be, at least for newer DMs, maybe make a note or two about the place that you're describing. Something visceral like green slimy walls or dog feces odor or beautiful harp music. Just enough to comfortably improv from. Then, while you're in session, use energy. You can always read text like this. This long, dusty hall leads eastward into the dark heart of Ravenloft. Statues line the hallway on both sides, their eyes seeming to watch you as you pass. But that's just not entertaining. Instead, infuse some energy into it. Like this. This long, dusty hall leads eastward into the dark heart of Ravenloft. Statues line the hallway on both sides, their eyes seeming to watch you as you pass. And you can use energy even to convey quiet moments, like this perhaps. This long, dusty hall leads eastward into the dark heart of Ravenloft. Statues line the hallway on both sides, their eyes seeming to watch you as you pass. You can feel the silence. That last sentence, of course, was added by me. Now, this is all some great, great stuff. And you've got to give it a shot in your Halloween games this week and then keep using it forever afterwards. And if you like this video, hit that like button. And if you want to see more videos like this, hit that subscribe button too. Heck, make the bell icon in that subscribe button indicate all so you're notified whenever I post a new video, which is weekly on either Tuesdays or Wednesdays. Thanks for watching, and may all your games be full of glory.